time. But when you come to this temple right here, it makes you rethink that. And you understand? That's how great Africa is. This, you like, damn, I'm gonna give you the. And then I said, wait a minute now, because when you look at these colonnades, ooh, you might have to rethink that. It's a fight. And we talking. It's a fight for the top. That's how many beautiful monuments. I love them all. Every last one of them is sacred to me. They sacred. Ain't nothing more sacred than that. Okay, it is the largest religious building ever made, covering over 200 acres. It was a place of pilgrimage for nearly 2,000 years. That's how long they added on to this temple. The area of the sacred enclosure of Amen alone is 61 acres and could hold 10 average European cathedrals. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? They say the area, the sacred enclosure of Amen alone is 61 acres and could hold 10 average European cathedrals. The great temple at the heart of Karnak is so big that St. Peter's, Milan, and Notre Dame cathedrals would fit within its walls. Okay? We talking today, baby. The hypostyle hall at 54,000 square feet, okay, and featuring 34 columns is still the largest room of any religious building in the world, okay? So here we go, family. Look at this. Look at this. Ain't no comparison, okay? And so they started building this temple, and what's crazy about it, they started building this temple, and let me see. I think they started building it, and right around this, when they constructed the temple of Luxor. So right around 1500. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 2000 BC. You understand? Because they say for over 2,000 years, and I know they were still building on to it, even into the last kings of ancient Egypt. They were still building on to it. So most definitely it was constructed in the New Kingdom. But it was older temples even before this temple. You see what I'm saying? If you go up under Dr. Ben reading from Abu Simbel to Giza, you understand this was a precinct to Montu. Montu was the warrior god before Amen. You see what I'm saying? And so at that time, it was sacred to Montu. So, but this temple right here is the temple of Amen, and you can see these columns. Man, it look like God, man, gods created these columns. Gods. You see what I'm saying? Gods put these columns together. Okay? Not mere man. And so where you gonna go? Where you gonna go to compare to this? You know what I'm saying? In the BC era. We only on 13, y'all. We only on turn. Now look at this. This is the temple of Khonsu. This is inside the temple of Karnak. You got a temple inside the temple. You got temples inside the temple. Now Khonsu was the moon god, and he was the son of Amen and Mu. Okay, he was a moon deity. Okay, and you come inside his temple. I've been in his temple many times, and you can see the columns inside his temple. They're not as large as the columns of the great colonnade of Amen, but this is a temple inside that temple, and there's many, many more temples inside of this. So people is trying. Angkor Wat is a beautiful temple. It's one of the most beautiful because that's our family, no doubt about it. But it cannot compare to the temple of Karnak. It cannot at all. Don't even try. Goddamn it, Karnak, damn near 4,000 years older than Angkor Wat. Okay, let's be real about it. Now look at this. We're in the Serapeum, and this is a sarcophagus. Listen, family, look at this, man. And then I had to show these, when I tell you this, because you see the sarcophagus in America. You see the sarcophagus I showed of the old man. I showed you the sarcophagus of Pakal, if I didn't. You know, he was in a sarcophagus. Now look at this. 100 tons. Man, this right here is shocking. 100. Do you know how tall this sarcophagus is? Let me show you a man standing next to it. God damn. Look at that. Look at that shit right there, man. I have to say it just like that. That's shocking. That's shocking to the mind. Who the hell was you going to put in that? You understand what I'm saying? Who was you going to put in that? Whoever that was, he was one of the greatest kings or queens that ever lived. You know what I'm saying? But just to show you the level on which the Africans built is no comparison. Okay, so this is at Saqqara, and Saqqara is where the first pyramid of Zolja that was built by Imhotep. Okay, now we're going to Great Zimbabwe. Now this is in South Africa now. This is in South Africa. They tried to steal it. You know, now this great megalith was built around 1600 AD. Okay, this is not a BC structure, but it shows you still that the greatness of architectural ingenuity in the Nile Valley is still alive in our people. Look, this is a megalith, and they did not use no mortar, okay, to build this, okay, and it's still standing, and it look like it's gonna stand for a mighty long time if nobody go over there fucking with it. You understand what I'm saying? The European probably didn't already try to knock it down because they didn't want no. They didn't been saying that Africans, other sub-Saharan Africans, didn't know how to do nothing but roll around in the mud and all that. And then when they found it, they tried to say the Portuguese built it. Then they tried to say the Knights Templars built it. Man, they'll say anything to not give African people no credit. So this is deep down in South Africa. You see what Zimbabwe is in South Africa. So we showing you the distances of our monument. Nowhere in the world where you could go and find so many megalithic structures on no continent, especially dealing in the BC period. Because this is the first one that's not in the BC period. But most definitely, it is one of the wonders, the great wonders of Africa. I don't give a goddamn about the other so-called wonders. Them motherfuckers ain't no wonders. Wonder how they got on the damn list. That's the only wonder I'm wondering, how they got on the damn list. So you see the cone pyramids, and this would have been the enclosure for the royalty. You see what I'm saying? For the royalty, the king and his family and his most closest advisors would have been in there. But they had these type of structures all around this structure. They might not have been as big. You understand what I'm saying? But it was evident. You can even look in the back where they has, more structures. So, this was a culture all throughout Southern Africa, and this was the heart of it. You see, and we'll get deeper off into this, as I move through the year. We're going to get off in the Great Zimbabwe and the culture that, thrived in this part of Africa. And then we got 16, Lalibela. I was there. Wonders of the world. Didn't even use blocks. They carved the mountain down. Do you understand? There's no blocks on these structures. There's 11 churches. But there's no blocks on the structure. You see, they carved the mountain, and I'm going to show you the same type, and it's the same type of architectural design that they used on Abu Simbel. They carved the mountain down. Even Hatshepsut's temple, they carved the mountain down. They didn't even use blocks. You see, so there's different type of architectural design. One where you use blocks, one where you don't use blocks. You just use the mountain, and you can't make no mistakes. You can't make no mistakes. You see what I'm saying? So you talking about around 1600 AD, where you can still see the ingenuity of the great African, engineers, architectural engineers, all the way from the pyramid, even up in Ethiopia, even down in Great Zimbabwe. Ain't nobody got to line up, and I'm just on 16, family. Ain't nobody got to line up like this. You see what I'm saying? So when we get ready to have these battles, and man, I can't wait to have them. God damn it, I hope all the Europeans, I hope all the Hindu, I'm going to hype it up too. Have your ass in the play. We going to see if you got a lineup that can match this line. And I just got 25, but I believe I could put a good 10 more on there. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't want to leave none off. So I got to have my second and my third string. So when I get ready to go to war with these others, I got everything I need. Because we're gonna have literature, we're gonna have architecture, we're gonna have personalities, women in power. We're gonna see who really rise to the occasion. And I'm gonna show you hands down is nobody can compare to Mama Africa, man. You should be so proud to be an African. Too many of you niggas is, y'all putting all your energy off into, these fake lineups that ain't going. They mythological, Lemuria, Atlantis, shit up under the water. Nothing you can actually show to the world. And then what you have to do is you have to latch on to Africa and say, well, the Moors, bitch, ain't no Moor built shit. Africans built these. Don't try to latch on to our shit. If you come from over here, bitch, stay over here. Don't come over to Africa name and try. See, that's how they do. They nothing but leeches. They have nothing really solid to land, to stand on. So we at 16, we at the Lalibela churches, and this Lalibela. And this is the layout of the 11 churches. I've been into Better George. I've been into the cross, the monolithic cross. I've been into the back at the bottom. I've been into all the ones at the bottom, I think. Or was it at the top? Let me see which ones I was in. Beta Lean, Beta Mariam. No, the ones at the top. Them was the ones I went to. The ones at the bottom, they were more constructed like as forts, because this is up in the mountains. You got to understand, you got to fly in to this area. Lalibela is like Tibet. It's in the mountains. You got to fly into the mountains, and then you fly from Addis Ababa to it's no other way to get there other than through an airplane. You understand what I'm saying? We flew over so many miles and miles of mountains. Man, if that plane went down, nigga, you would never be heard from. Straight up, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So it's so remote that just going there is that's a trip of a lifetime. Just going to Lalibela, you could get to Ethiopia, but just going to Lalibela alone is like, you got to be prepared for that. And then when you land on the strip, the airplane strip, you still got to ride up more mountains. You know what I'm saying? You are up, and you is like, I don't know how many thousands of feet up in the air. You see what I'm saying? But when I looked down, man, it was, and at night, oh my God, you scared to come out the hotel because it looked like you might fall off the edge of the damn planet. That's how high up, and it's dark, and you don't know where to nigga, please. I didn't even come out the damn hotel. I was scared because it was so dark. You don't know where the edge of the damn mountain at. You like, fuck that. I'm gonna stay my ass right here. And you can hear all the animals come out. You can hear the lions, and you can hear the monkeys and all that. You can hear all the animals come out at night. You can hear them too. You see what I'm saying? But you see Lalibela right there. He's responsible for all 11 of these churches. So he's got to be ranked as one of the greatest of, African architectural masters of all time. Okay? There are 11 medieval monolith churches in Lalibela, one of Ethiopia's holiest cities, second only to Aqsa. The construction of the church is dated somewhere between, the 1150s and the 1170s. Okay, so it's almost 1,000 years old. Okay, it's almost 1,000 years old. During the reign of King Lalibela, one of the most famous rulers of Ethiopia's Zagwe dynasty. In fact, the ancient town of Roha was named after King Lalibela himself upon his death. Okay, so this is